Well done.
Yeah, thank you. I tried my best.
Nice.
So I did play a little bit off screen,
Ooh.
except I didn't do anything like major. I went to an island full of treasure because I knew where it was, and used it to just like buy a little bit of like armor and things like that. Like I like did a lot of cooking, just like all the basic like stuff that isn't. Hey, buddy. Okay. My cat tried to get on my lap, and only his front two paws made it to my lap, and then he just fell back down. Come on,
Gold star. He tried.
come on, Mr. Man. Mr. Man isn't his name, but we call him that probably more than his actual name, and I think he might actually think Mr. Man or Mr. Boy are his names.
There's a good chance of that.
I feel like it's a
He'd
name.
probably also answer to "Damn it, stop that."
Nah, just Mr. Man or Mr. Boy, because whenever we see him, we're just like, Mr. Boy!
Why is there a fucking airship?
That...
That's how airships reproduce.
Well, Tim got it in one, I guess. That is Va Meadow, who is one of the, 4 divine beasts.
Oh, so you gotta fight the giant air fortress?
Cooler than that, you infiltrate it.
Oh, okay. So you pull an Ocarina of Time and you go inside the belly of the whale.
A bit, yeah. And then you fight a quarter of Ganon.
Okay, yeah. That makes
Well,
sense.
that didn't work.
I did it from too high, and once you do a diving attack, you can't pull out your hang glider again.
Mistakes have been made.
Mistakes were very much made.
So,
Yeah,
I'm fat now.
I'm sorry?
Is it the donuts?
I'm fat
yes.
now. Earlier this week, I made babka.
Nice.
Some chocolate babka. It was delicious. Still have some of it. And then I had a hankering for donuts, and I kept seeing bastards posting pictures of their homemade donuts. And well,
So you became one of those bastards posting pictures of your homemade donuts.
correct. I had to have them. I had to see how I could do. And honestly, they are delicious. They're still delicious. Because I still have some. Even though they're not as good because it's not 5 minutes after they're made.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still good. And now I am a fat boy.
I experimented today and tried to make some steamed buns for some hot dogs I got.
Steamed buns.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
I feel like now is
So you-
a good time for you to experiment with food.
Since you can't taste.
That's actually one of the reasons I was working on the experiment. That's more about the texture than the taste, which is something I'm very sensitive to right now.
You just annihilated both of them by impacting and
Yeah, it was dope.
and somehow you didn't hurt the other people.
I don't think you can hurt, like, civilians in the game, because otherwise it would have a different rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I experimented with steaming buns, and what I accidentally made instead was bun soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that is definitely, like, step 1 of, like, cooking buns. Step 1 in the process of miscooking buns is making bun soup. Or, like, just making it, like, a little too wet.
So did you take pre-made buns and then steam them, or what was the process here?
Yeah, pre-made buns. I used a steam plate, but not a steam basket in a Instant Pot. I think I should have used the steam basket. They started sagging a little bit, and then once one of them was dipping into the water, the rest just melted.
Were you doing this under pressure, or just using it as another stovetop?
Yeah, it was pressurized.
Oh.
That might also have been a mistake.
Tim, were you
Yeah.
doing it under pressure, or were you like relaxed and you had enough time to like make decisions?
Yeah. Well, were you under pressure, or was it more of an ice baby? Um.
Was there one extra note, and was it done on a slightly different beat, or like?
Because I feel like that would be better just in a pot. Just boil water, have the steamer basket above it, steam them.
That probably would have been better if I'd found my steamer basket before I found the Instapot.
It's a big rock monster. What is this? Freaking Galaxy Quest? Apparently it is Galaxy Quest.
All of my heart's out of me. A rock Talos.
Anyway, on the subject of food crimes.
Well, no, on the subject of making awesome foods, I'm prepping another thing of babka to bring to work tomorrow, and I'm waiting for the dough to rest on my flour tortillas I'm making. I almost always go corn tortilla, but flour tortillas you have to use fat in, and I had a bunch of bacon grease, so
Nice.
I'm making bacon tacos.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then that's all. What about your shitty food crimes?
Would you not agree that a vanilla soy milk latte is in fact a 3-bean soup?
It is not. And I will
It
tell you
is
why, Tim. You don't just drink soup.
Yeah, it's a 3-bean broth.
Yes, it is a 3-bean
Okay,
broth.
there we go.
Now, if you throw some like sausage or other vegetables in there, then yeah. Just like 18 bean soup or whatever. You gotta have something else in there.
Actually, I would say if you put sausage or other meat in there, then no. Then no, don't do that.
I mean, I agree, but to make it a soup, you'd have to do that.
Okay, so maybe some marshmallows?
You can put some veggies in it. You can put some fennel.
Yes, I want fennel in my vanilla latte.
Okay, fine. You can put the sausage in there, Tim.
Oh, there's a chain thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that's another question. Is fruitcake a sausage?
No.
Oh.
In fact, it's pretty easy to say no to that.
Have you seen the video of someone?
It does
making
come in a casing.
Have you seen the video of someone making a really good sushi roll and then immediately grinding it up into sausage? It's the most infuriating thing you've ever seen.
Is this the Willet sausage guy?
I don't know. I only seen it like out of context, which is what made it so good. Because you're just like, oh, that's some really good looking sushi. Like, I would love. Oh, okay, fine. That's horrible.
Oh yeah. So there's two people that I simultaneously love and despise, loathe, and regret that I know they exist. And one is the Willet sausage guy on YouTube, where he takes everything and sees if it will sausage. And the other guy, which does Willet soft serve. And he has a soft serve machine.
I don't want soft serve
Like,
sushi.
You win the food crime segment.
and he does everything, like ketchup, mayonnaise, beans, yeah, just baked beans, sweet chili sauce, yogurt, which sadly doesn't work. It does not make froyo.
Yeah, you have
Because
to have frozen yogurt.
well, I mean, it freezes it. That's what soft serve is. It freezes it. It just also keeps it moving so that it can laser beam incoming.
That's right, I'm dope.
Yeah, to make it actually froyo, what you really need is like 8 gallons of sugar to go into it just to make it edible.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, baked beans. A lot of the things, if they're too liquidy, like they did lemonade, a carbonated lemonade. If it's too liquid or watery like that, it just freezes into a block of ice inside there.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't work.
There is a very specific type of liquid that has to be made from to make that work.
It has to be creamy. They put custard in. Oh, chicken soup.
Like for the soul?
Just a can of Campbell's. Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Right in there. And just, ugh. But yeah, there's the Willet sausage guy as well. Will Pickles sausage.
So how about, did yogurt sausage or no?
I don't know if yogurt sausages, because I don't actually watch this channel.
I think that's.
I think one time I saw him ask whether a double baconator will sausage.
Oh yeah, I mean,
the answer is it will, but it shouldn't.
There's a Will the Impossible Burger sausage. Oh, Thanksgiving worst. Where they take the
Thanksgiving worst, and why does it sound like the worst?
Well, I'll skip through the video. I know it's got cranberry sauce in it. Sweet potatoes. Turkey. Dressing. It looks like a beautiful sausage. But also, I want to die. Oh, and they put the, like, they made a, sweet potato casserole, so it's got the marshmallows in it, too.
That by
I hate
itself
this.
is a food crime.
I hate this.
How come there are so many food crimes that involve bananas?
Bananas are a crime.
So, I heard an interesting question this week, which was no, it's never been that. What's targeting you from there?
More of those laser boys.
Oh, gotcha.
More of the laser boys.
Yeah. Thankfully, unlike Octoroks, laser boys don't lead their target, so as long as you're moving, you're fine. But Octoroks will hit you from anywhere, at any distance, no matter how fast you're moving, unless you are like zigzagging.
And even still, it's an 80% chance that they're gonna hit you.
Because you will probably zig into it.
So the question was, a banana is a fruit, an apple is a fruit. When you squeeze an apple, you get apple juice. What happens when you juice a banana?
God judges you for your sins.
Oh, Tim, he's done that regardless of how many bananas I've squeezed.
Is that a euphemism?
I think when you
that what they're
squeeze
calling
a
it these
banana,
days?
it shoots out the end all cartoonish like just the whole banana pops out of the peel.
So
only if it's been circumcised.
Banana juice is just the banana.
Yeah. You know, even though I know they won't hit, it's still pretty scary.
Also, it seems you're flying directly towards one.
Well, that I already know about, though. But see, this one is far away from the other one, so they won't attack me while I'm killing them.
This one seems a little buried.
Yeah, just like a little bit.
You have lots of arrows now.
Yeah, I did like a little bit of a run and just like bought a couple. It's only from like 1 or 2 places, honestly. I have like no weapons though. These things are like killing my weapons and I don't know why they're breaking so fast.
Because they're giant ancient metal creatures that you're trying to hack to death with sticks and stones.
No, I used like real swords. I used swords that were from the same era and make as the like crazy ancient guardians.
Yeah, just because you're using an M16 doesn't mean you can shoot down a tank.
Yeah, but if I use a military sword, then I should be able to take down a military tank.
You know, using a bayonet actually makes that logic worse.
No, Tim, that's not a sword. That is
No.
that is
Yeah,
a spear.
Correct. No, using an officer's sword.
Yeah, actually makes it even worse than a bayonet.
Yes.
I don't know, the officer's sword is from like the 1800s. That's not really a modern military sword.
Yeah, but it would
I mean-
take down the ancient equivalent of tanks, which is cavalry, if civilization has taught me anything.
I was just picking the thing that the military currently uses as a sword.
Which is to say, they don't really use it. It's like probably ceremonial, but like.
But it is part of their uniform, so how could you do that?
Yeah.
You killed a fox.
He had meat.
You know, here's a thought. Those
I've got meat. Are you gonna kill me? When? Please?
You know, those sticks with C4 on the end that they slap against windows to burst
What?
them in.
What?
Is that technically a halberd?
What sticks with C4? To break windows? You can just break windows. You don't need C4 for that.
They use it for rapid entry.
Do you know what else is rapid entry?
Breaking a window. A
just
rock.
going in. Do you know what's a whole lot cheaper? A brick. Just.
I have to put on my sneaker.
Damn it! This is why the the U.S. spends so much on its defense budget.
Actually, that's a UK thing. I'm not sure the US actually uses it.
Oh, hi, Sheik.
No, I'm not Shink.
Nah,
I'm Shink.
Shinkle.
Shinkle. He didn't see anything. It's fine, he didn't see anything. Oh, they saw something!
I think they saw the explosion.
Yup.
Hello? Yeah. It's not moving.
You're missing a lot.
Just twice. It's okay, I wore my stealthy outfit, so it worked.
Yeah. So stealthy.
Hey, I did sneak up and take all of their weapons while they were asleep.
It's true. You did. You're not gonna go open that chest?
Oh, I will.
Why are you wearing pants?
Because they give me armor.
Why are you wearing shoes?
Because they come with the pants.
Ugh. There you go. That's
Yeah.
better.
I will wear pants mostly just when I need them for the set bonus. which is only certain outfits.
Like the sneaky one?
Yes, the sneaky one and like climbing.
You don't have enough stamina to just go straight up everything?
Not quite. But it also gives you less stamina consumption, like per liter, essentially.
Mm.
You know, it is weird, but
Roach.
I do hear that wearing socks gives you more stamina.
It's false and wrong. Wearing socks is cowards.
Unless you're wearing Crocs.
Oh no, wearing Crocs does give you stamina.
I meant like socks with Crocs.
Oh yeah, no, that doubly so because you just build up stamina having to run away from every single human being who sees you.
I miss my
Now, in that
Crocs.
case, it's not so much that you have more stamina; it's that it never gets expended.
Hey, don't shame my dad bod. Oh, there's a plant thingy.
Yeah.
Is that to get the Korok?
Yep. Where'd he go? Mr. Korok.
I think he
Oh,
might
yeah.
have gone up.
I think the other side of the pillar.
I made food just for this.
For this one Korok.
I guess mostly for the scenario of trying to climb something.
Some
Hi
question
everyone.
mark up there.
Oh god.
Is it gonna knock you off? Okay. Did you get him to... Okay, no. It's not that good of a game where it can, like, catch wooden things on fire.
I know it can. It just depends on the thing, I think. No.
Why are you
Can
just
catch Korok
beating...
on fire?
Why are you just beating them with a boomerang? Like...
Hi.
Well, that worked.
That might be my new favorite way to kill someone.
Just ice them and then push them off an edge?
It lasts so long. Like, absurdly long. So,
Just let the physics engine do the work for you.
yeah, basically. I can't wait to look over the edge and he's fine. No, I think he's dead. So, where was the last Korok flower?
Oh, check under.
Well, I was climbing up it, but I thought it came up top.
Sometimes they go in.
Like,
Not that far.
Link. Thank you.
Is Link not turning around for you?
Yeah, he was not turning it long enough, around enough to land on the thing.
Yeah.
Just have him climb up on his back. He's fine. That's a thing
Unless he
people
a
can do,
different
right?
Korok thing.
Oh, yeah. Way over there. Maybe look down?
That would be really weird if it went below, though. Korok was like, actually, you know what? You don't get anything.
Screw you. None for you.
Pretty sure I've gone around this whole thing now.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Maybe that is it under the arch.
No, that's a different type of Korok thing. And each Korok only does one. Ugh. I don't want to eat any of this really good food I made. Because it does like 10 hearts and shit, which is unnecessary.
So just drop down and forget about it.
No, it's fine. There's other stuff I want to do up here. I'm really confused.
You should be.
Nah. Oh, oh, oh! There it is.
I knew it.
Oh, yep.
Such a weird place.
Jerk.
Oh my god. Now we want
Oh,
to go
good.
there.
There's another one. Yep, there it is. Down the side.
I think this is the last one, judging by the color.
It better be.
Skork really wanted to make me work for it.
It's a real jerk there.
He's just like, yes, dance for my movement. And now, here's my poop.
Yay.
Yay, poop.
At least it had the courtesy to refresh your stamina.
I don't know. Let's do this after sleep.
You just ran right into those spikes.
I did not realize they were spikes that hurt you. I thought they were the friendly kind of spikes.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with those.
Let's get a wider shot so I can figure out where this balloon is. Aha.
Huh. So do you have to just hit it once?
Yeah. Yay.
It's not gonna like summon 8 more balloons that you have to shoot.
Thankfully, no. Oh, I also found, like, I looked up so I could re-find Hestu to upgrade the inventory again. 'Cause
Okay.
Otherwise, that was just gonna be, like, either never happen or something I had to specifically go do. And
Yeah.
we just have, like, a little bit more of everything.
So I've been picking up some N64 games.
Nice.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it makes for a good workout, but alright.
Why?
You know why.
Amazing question.
So the ones I've picked up are all classics.
Is that so? I have decided not to believe you.
So I got things like I didn't have Banjo-Kazooie. I had Tooie, but I didn't have Kazooie, so I have that now. I didn't have Ocarina of Time. I didn't have GoldenEye.
That's actually surprising.
Yeah, I mean, like, my family has them, but they have their own N64, so
That's fair.
I needed a copy for me. Yeah, I got to leave with most of the games because most of the games were given to me.
Yeah.
But recently picked up Smash Brothers.
Melee?
Yeah, no. Fuck Melee.
Yeah, fuck Melee says the person
Raw,
who
then.
specifically plays the first one in order to put it to damage 200% and then pick people up with Yoshi and instantly kill them.
It's not Yoshi. I'm a
Oh,
Kirby
Kirby,
main.
I'm sorry.
Yoshi's kind of trash in that game.
Yes, in that game specifically.
I picked up a lot of 5 other games just to
A lot of
to-
5 other games.
I purchased them as a single lot.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
That I think I have. No, I've only got 2 of them. One of them's GoldenEye, which I had already picked up. One of them's Cruisin' the USA.
That sounds like a game.
You remember the Cruisin' games?
No.
They're still around in arcades.
Yep, and that's it. I
They
have
are-
Cruisin'
they
the
are-
World.
They are around in 2 places, and it is arcades and garage sales.
Yeah. And then there's an NHL game, a wave race game, and I can't see what the last one is. It's like NFL Blitz.
That's definitely the name of a game.
Yeah. So I got those to resell because N64 games can be expensive if you're not sneaking them out of auctions, which is what I'm doing. Because I mean, if you can get 5 games for $40, you can resell each one of those games for at least half that.
Yeah.
And like GoldenEye's gonna be well over $40 for just it.
Yeah. That sounds right.
And then I got the best game for the N64,
Daikatana.
Duke Nukem.
I like vaguely remember. I think my dad used to play like old Duke Nukem games, and they were like good.
Yeah,
They were interesting.
they're definitely from an another time.
Yes. Like Paleozoic era, something like that.
Yeah, something old, something way out of date. They would not match up in today's political climb or social climb, or actually they might fit in with today's political climb, but that's not a good thing.
Yeah, that
No.
is because of regression, not because of like.
Yeah.
Here's a question. With the advancement of global warming, why are bikini babes less of a thing now than ever before?
Why are you asking
Oh, I can
this?
answer that, Tim. Because there's too much pollution on the beaches and in the waters, so no one goes to them anymore.
Ah, that makes sense.
Unfortunately.
Got a point. So when I bought the this N64, it came with a random free game thrown in with it. It's like, all right, cool, whatever I get will be good, I'm sure. N64 games are good. NBA Live 99.
Yeah. Anytime they say
Yeah.
a random game, it's a sports game, because if you just pool together all of the games from that console, like 80% of them are going to be sports games, because they have to release, they legally have to replace one or make a new one every year.
Hey, can you guess who produced this game?
Mike Ditka.
EA Sports.
Yeah, that's
It's in the game.
okay. This fish just beached itself, but that's fine.
E.
Wait, what the fuck is this? Is where the spirit of the forest lives?
Yes.
Nice.
It doesn't seem very foresty.
You can always see that night.
Hello.
So there's games that I have that I've never significantly played, either because they're bad or I had no interest in them.
Like NBA Jam 97 or whatever.
99. Aiden Chronicles: The First Mage. It's
Yeah, that sounds good.
it's an awful RPG. Mission Impossible, the game.
Didn't know I had an N64 game.
It didn't need to. And Donald Duck Goin' Quackers.
A classic.
I prefer the N64 version to the I can't remember if it was Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color. Let me look real quick. I think it was Advance. Honestly, I think we should do a show where we play like the actual games that we physically own from way back when they were trash.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
Yeah.
Like, I've got Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown for the Game Boy Color. Or Lion King, the video game, for the Nintendo Game Boy.
I didn't even realize I had a Game Boy game. I knew they had. I think I had a Dreamcast and a SNES version.
Still trying to find my
I've got Play Action Football for the Game Boy.
Ooh.
Actually, apparently it was originally a NES game.
Actually, a genuinely good game. The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King for Game Boy Advance.
Oh, I had that game. No, I'm
It
sorry.
was-
I had Fellowship of the Ring, and it was actually like a pretty decent RPG.
Yeah. Okay, it was Game Boy Color that Donald Duck Go and Quackers came out. Because I have both. I wish I didn't have both, but I do. Mickey's Racing Adventure. Oh yeah, Chicken Run, the Game Boy Color game.
Apparently, it's getting a sequel.
Is it?
I think Chicken Run is getting a sequel for some reason.
Why?
Yeah, right. Like 20 years later, and everyone's just like, okay. I mean, it was fine.
I mean, yeah, there wasn't anything.
Yeah.
I personally was annoyed with it, but that's because one of Simon was the name of my last dog. One of his favorite toys early on was the I don't want to be a pie chicken from Chicken Run, and yes, it did have a button in it to make it say that.
So you've heard that many times.
And yes, I heard it to the point where it went demonic, and it was like, I don't. You're like, kill it with fire.
God, I wish batteries were bad again. I wish more things would do that when they ran out of batteries. Because that's one of the problems of technology, is that they made batteries better, and now like things like that don't like fuck up.
Oh shit! I didn't.
I don't know. I know I sound like that when I run out of batteries.
And you are kind of a robot inside.
Yeah.
So I guess you have a virus.
Yes, but that's a separate topic.
So I had I don't have one of them now because I lost it. Actually, I think I'm missing the first one. I still have the manual for it. But the Game Boy Color games, Looney Tunes Collector Alert, and the sequel Marvin Strikes Back were fun games. And I just found out that I forgot that I had both of the Mega Man Battle Network 4 games. I have Blue Moon and Red Sun.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Pretty sure I had Blue Moon.
So when my brother and I got our first consoles, it was to shut us up on a flight from Atlanta to Seattle.
That tracks.
Did it work?
And it did. We got 4 games between the two of us, and because we didn't know better, we enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The games were
Makes sense.
F1 Race, Play Action Football, Tetris Attack, and Dr. Mario.
Tetris Attack is good.
Yeah, and Dr. Mario was good. Although, honestly, I played it more for the music than the gameplay.
Ah, yes, back in the time where we couldn't just Google music.
Yeah. I had an interesting problem this week. I was listening
To donuts? You're making donuts?
I was listening to music and I heard a remix of something and I wanted to hear more remixes. So I looked up what's their name? They do the rips of stuff.
Cutman.
No.
Vivo?
No, on YouTube. Not Brawl Burst.
Robbers.
Giva Sunner or Gilva Sunner. It's in capital I, but Gilva Sunner is a guy that they do rips from the games.
Did you say Gilva Center?
Yes.
Isn't Silva Gunner a thing?
That's exactly what I was looking for. Silva Gunner exists because Gilva Gunner exists. And again, the L is actually a capital I, but it's just easier to say it.
Yeah.
So Gilva Sunner rips game music and puts it on, and has been doing so for forever. And because of that, Silva Gunner exists to take those songs and remix them into better things. Memeier things.
Oh, good.
And so I heard a remix to something. I was like, you know what? I want more of this right now. So I was looking at going through Silva Gunner stuff. And then I saw a video on the sidebar and I was like, perfect. I love that song. I wonder what they're going to do to it. And I clicked it and I listened to about 2 minutes of it before I looked down and noticed that it was Gilva Sunner. I kept waiting for something to change. I was like, when's it gonna change? When?
Yeah. Where's the remix kick in?
Is
Never mind.
Is this where? No, man, they're wow. Did they pull a double whammy on us? Where like they thought, oh hey, look at this remix, and they just upload the regular thing? That'd be great.
You're like, wow, I can't believe they got us. I can't believe I got myself like that.
Yeah. So I've got some terrible news.
Why?
I can't find my sacred stones.
Like your physical copy?
Yeah.
No. I know I have mine.
Actually, Dom, if you have yours, you might have John's, because I think I have yours.
This is possible.
I don't think so.
Oh, no, actually, Tim, you might have mine then.
Yeah. That sounds more likely, I think.
Yeah. Okay. As long as I know where it is.
In another state.
Have you played it
yes,
yet?
I still have it.
You got a lot of downtime now.
Man, that person I follow
Yeah.
on Tumblr who does a bunch
Yeah, I
of
do.
weird, like the person who did the Sacred Stones, or I'm sorry, Fire Emblem, that person,
Yeah,
apparently did a run of Sacred Stones with only bows.
I've done it.
Yeah, but it's them, so they might have also modded everyone else to have bows.
Oh, true.
I'm not sure if they did, but it would track if they did.
I feel like the Game Boy Color shitty movie remakes were better than the Game Boy Advance shitty movie remakes.
You said which ones were better?
The Game Boy Color ones. Cause like Lord
At
of the
least when
Rings,
they were Game Boy Color, they had an excuse for being shitty.
yeah, Lord of the Rings was good for it. Treasure Planet is bad enough that it takes away all of the good that game did. Oh, which is sad because the movie's pretty good.
Movie is very good, and Disney
But-
did it dirty constantly.
Alright, well. Let me see. Do I have any segments? See if we've got any new comments.
Oh my god. Fuck that. Come on.
Oh, that was hard to watch.
Yeah.
Like, why? How?
Go. Whee! I'm really waiting for you to accidentally hit one of those, or hit the ball with your sword. Have it go flying off again. You did it.
Yeah, I did it.
Well, Tim, do you have any of your stupid segments?
I think I can come up with something.
Okay. Hey, Dom, do you have any new wacky subreddits?
No, I have more blurry pictures of my cat though.
That's good.
Stable.
Ooh.
Finally, I can get one of my friends back.
One of your three.
Yeah.
And then your shield broke.
Yeah.
Sad.
It's actually very sad because I was having a lot of fun surfing.
And then it was over.
Why does Mr. Doggo have glowing eyes? Oh no, they're fine now.
He's here for your soul.
Okay, I've got my VPN turned on in incognito mode.
Oh gosh. So we're doing this segment again.
It's alright, I figured out the way to beat this segment.
Okay.
Do tell.
Oh no, you'll have to find out.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do you call this segment, Tim?
Words with Fiends?
That's the name now.
The funny thing is, if
Oh.
we had asked what the name was before we played it one time, who could have known? But we played it once, and it's like, oh yeah, no, we know the vibe going into this game.
Yep.
Yep, this is now Words with Fiends.
It's
Okay.
us. We're the Fiends. I'm so proud of us.
Is Bro not there for this?
Correct.
Okay. I guess Stephanie has to fill in then.
She's not here.
Or, yeah, or just no.
See, Tim, this is actually better for you because now you have less. We have less chances.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we'll see how this goes. You want to start off with a regular word or a weird one?
Start off
We'll
regular.
alternate either way. What was that?
I'd say regular to like get warmed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Your regular word is sip.
Tip.
Sip.
Sip, as in sippy cup. As in, that's none of my business.
You want to take this one first, John?
Mario.
Sip
Alright, yeah.
Mario.
So let's not find any Mario-related like sippy cups.
Okay. Our system has detected unusual traffic from our computer network. Okay, so this will take a minute while I find all the pictures with a bus in it.
I just want you guys to know this dog chased his tail. I put meat down, and the dog became better friends with me. He didn't eat the meat or anything. I set it down, and that made him happy.
I mean, it would make me happy too, if you just set meat down in front of me.
Raw meat.
Yeah.
Okay. Sip, sip, hooray, Super Mario straw birthday tags.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
My word is gonna be pusillanimous. Find me that article, Tim! That's right, you just had to use overly complex words, and then no one will have used those.
Sip and Spell 2019 winner Mark spells the word pusillanimous.
What? that has to be the biggest fluke ever, right? Like,
Wow.
Tim, how is that word spelled?
Pusillanimous.
Okay, yeah, that's yeah. Wow, I can't believe it.
You double checked on it?
I was just like the word that I had said. I was like, I don't know if this is exactly how it's said. So now that we've like brought it up, I have to like look it up to make sure that that was the same word because like it's a weird word. So like there's no chance. There's no like I have to make sure we did the same word. Wow, I can't believe.
That was pretty incredible.
Yeah, that there's like that was so instant.
Yet, I wasn't expecting that either. Alright, now that we've had your weird word, my weird word is testicond. Having the testes concealed within the body.
Oh, I thought it was having the testes, and I was like, so it just means to have the balls?
To have the nads. You go first this time.
Remember, you only get one for the weird words.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Dom can have it.
Should I do something that doesn't have testicles? Should I do bug?
No.
Oh hey, it's a dragon.
Hello, Dragon.
You should just guess dragon.
Dragon.
Testicon's dragon.
Can't wait for Tim to get to a furry website.
Oh. Yeah.
Hmm.
Why? I can't find a site that'll allow me to search for a particular type of word by length.
It's too far away. Damn. What kind of word? Like, do you mean like adjective by length?
Yeah, that sort of thing. I was actually looking for adverbs.
Okay, yeah, I think you win this one. The only stuff I've got here looks like they're nonsense websites designed to sucker you into probably a porn site.
Yeah, it's, nonsense websites to sucker anyone who happens to be Googling dragons and or beings that have their testicles inside of their body. Which is a normal thing that people look up.
Here's an example of a website I'm talking about. Veronian Testicon. Premium finance. Full mannequin with bulletin board each month during any repetitive physical activity. A roaming dragon. Presbyterian school until 4th grade.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nothing. Alright. What's the next word?
Hold on, I need to read the second one. New Jersey State Auto Auction. Small wedged heel. Spring run in minimalist white design. Horde population on how faster maintenance is beginning. Breed scarecrow dragon?
What? Has anyone
Anyway,
ever fucked up as much as the person who invented a scarecrow? Like, every time you look out at night and there's crows on the scarecrow, but you are scared of the scarecrow, it's like, oh good, we made a scare human.
Okay, we're evenly tied. Your word is throat.
Throat.
Deep.
Um.
No.
Debonairly.
Ah yes, she debonairly throated. Alright, bye. I didn't break a weapon for you or anything.
He just noped out of there?
Yeah, because it's daytime.
Rip.
I can't believe 20 seconds ago there was a dragon in the middle of the night, and now it's suddenly daytime and the giant skeleton man I was fighting is just gone.
Cool. Usually when
All
Tim...
right.
Go ahead.
Here we've got a book from 1862 by someone named Talbot Gwynn. The Life and Death of Silas Barnstark. Father Humphreys, clearing his throat, debonairly proceeded as follows. What say you, Master Barnstark, to making yourself lord of this goodly estate, eh?
Damn. Beaten by the 1862 bullshit.
So I'm curious, how are you searching these? Are you
I
using...
am just searching the exact 2 words in Google.
Okay, so you're not even putting in like
Quotation marks?
quotations.
No.
Okay. Okay.
How do I get to Bird Town?
Impressive. Because half the time when I search for something, it's like, nope, I'm not gonna show you those
Thought
things.
so.
If I look for two things, it'll show one thing that technically has it, but it really isn't, and then every single other thing is just, hey, we picked one of the words and not the other one.
Yeah, it's doing that for some of these. That's why I'm looking at the entire first page of search results. But I'm not putting the quotation marks so that you guys have a better chance of me coming up with garbage
Yes.
results.
Like,
Yeah.
that way we can game the system to make it so that it picks one word and not the other.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm curious if I want to do this again at some point. But we bet which search engine has it higher up on the list.
Interesting.
So it versus Bing, because Bing is a garbage search engine, but it is incredibly useful for finding certain things. Like it doesn't have as much paid bullshit in front of
Yeah.
it, like, you know.
Yeah, I guess with Google,
Google does.
whenever Tim asks us to like do any word, we could just be like Kodak, and then you will never find any results that matter.
You're right.
You want to make that your attempt? Throat Kodak?
I mean, fair enough, because it'd be weird for. I guess I can see why those might end up together. So instead of Kodak, I'm gonna go with Pedialyte.
No, that's obviously gonna do it.
You're right. What's a good brand that has nothing to do with it?
Think of a food brand. It's like
But food goes in the throat, John.
I know, but like a flour brand.
Oh, King Arthur. Yeah. King
Yeah.
Arthur.
No, because that's gonna, like, King Arthur stabbed them in the throat.
Yeah, that's right. What other like flour brands or sugar brands are there? Dixie.
Go. Yeah,
you know,
it's
no, I got it. Stevia.
stevia. Good. Yes.
All right, Tim. Final answer.
Right.
Stevia.
Stevia. Is that your final answer?
Final answer. Tim's like, good, because I already have a whole page of search results.
I look this up daily.
First result is gonna be like, here's how stevia fucks your throat.
Ask the pharmacist the allergic connection between stevia and ragweed. Need I go on?
Yeah.
No.
No, it didn't say throat.
Maybe your throat itches or seizes up when sipping a stevia-sweetened beverage.
Yeah, it's even in the same sentence. So yeah.
Cool that stevia can apparently just kill you.
Eat real sugar if you can.
That's right. Don't ever just take a spoonful of stevia. Always do a spoonful of real sugar.
Yeah.
When you're climbing a very low-res JPEG of a mountain.
Remember, just a spoonful of sugar keeps the ragweed down.
But a spoonful of stevia will kill you. Really weird, like, beyond her time thing that Mary Poppins said.
All right. Your weird word is perseity, independent existence.
So it's the act of existing as a separate thing?
I would say the essence of existing as a separate thing.
Cool. Orange.
Perseity Orange.
John.
Is that your team's final answer?
I'll let Dom say something if he's got a better one, but that's what I'm saying. You know what? You're right. Banana.
Better.
Perseity Banana.
Yeah, because
Yep.
bananas live in bunches.
Exactly.
My wife just gave me a look because I just out loud yelled bananas live in bunches. As though bananas were sentient beings.
Alright, so just to make things more interesting, here are the top search predictions for this phrase. Perseity Bananas, Perseity Banana Bread, and Perseity Banana Republic.
Okay, well, none of those make sense, so carry
No,
on.
those were just the predictions. Those
I
aren't
know.
the actual search results.
I know. I'm saying none of those make sense for things that people would search.
Yeah.
To be fair, neither does the thing you're actually searching.
Neither does just
but-
Okay, yeah, these are all just garbage results.
yeah.
Huge forehead Banana Republic came about before exposure to alumina trihydrate is superior only when equipment is art for destruction in its gloom.
Ah, yes. Destruction in its gloom.
Banana, wow, I made every beginning of episode placement. Little creativity at work, another tragedy for us. Supreme fitting service.
I wonder what they're trying to fit. I think we
Banana powder beverage. Visit after your medication was first loaded. It's financially supporting their adult age as you. Buddy O'Pal, frozen cottage cheese.
So why do I feel like you're the kind of person who can perfectly say that one? Does anybody ever want whatever? Like it is honestly, I don't know, a gift or a talent to be able to like spew garbage sentences from your mouth without losing track of like what you're doing. I can't do it.
Here's the thing. Normally I can do that, but earlier today, so when we do indie review, I start the video off with the blurb provided by the people, the developers.
That's what he did.
So not that one. It was the other one. I tried to read this and it fucked me over again and again, and it's a normal sentence. The hell is that? There's beacon. Which was
Her steadfast devotion, final artwork in punk, encrypt the block, mash bananas and buffoons.
so. You know, part of the thing about this is I'm trying to actually like professionally say it. I'm trying to not, you know, have any like lip smacks or anything like that in here. And then they throw me this. Beacon follows the journey of space privateer Freya Akiyama on her endless search for her crashed ship's emergency distress beacon. It's like, why are you throwing all the shs in there? And then immediately
She sells seashells on the seashore.
Alright, I've beaten Tanner for this next one.
Okay. What's the next word?
Our next word is brand.
Maybe not this one. I don't think any word will not come up when you type in brand. You can't even
Well,
say
you
Kiss
get two
Brand, 'cause
tries.
That's just Mountain Dew. Hey Tim, do we have to be able to pronounce the word?
Yes, you have to be able to pronounce the word in order to ask me to type it in.
Send it to me and I'll pronounce it.
No, it's okay. It's pseudo hypoparathyroidism.
You say pseudo pseudo?
Yes.
One more time?
It is.
Is there two pseudo?
A great question. It is pseudo hypoparathyroidism. Which I'll put it in in.
I believe that's 3 words.
Nope, all one word.
Nope. Pseudo fuck it.
Pseudo
Pseudo
hypoparathyroidism.
hypoparathyroidism. Yeah. I can read it.
Yeah. This is a word that I know from previous knowledge and not from looking up long words in the English language.
Yep, this is in fact a single word. So let's see what the results are.
Tim's just like, don't like this. Don't like that you managed to get that. I don't even care if we lose. I beat Tim just for making him have to be sad for a second. That is the sound of possible victory.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Hold on.
Usually when he's quiet, I think, ah man, I got him. He's stumped. He's having to go down a ton of them. But it's just because he's like, which of these 30 listings
Yeah,
do I
right.
want to use?
It's like, huh, which one would make my victory even sweeter?
Meanwhile, I'm making tortillas.
Here's a fun fact. The word just means it's a mild form of something that is characterized by normal levels of calcium and phosphorus in the blood.
Good job.
Seems like a really weird-
WebMD?
No, the website that tells me what the 10 longest words in the English language are.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm guessing hippopotamonstrosis equipedaliophobia is not on there. Because that was going to be my next one.
I know, that's number 2, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Really? I was pretty sure that it was shorter than, like, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I don't think so.
And, what is the... Pseudo-anti-disestablishmentarianism is longer.
I have not heard pseudo added to it. My first word was going to be anti-disestablishmentarianism. And
Yeah,
then
no,
Tim
no.
said brand, and I was like, man, I don't fucking know. I feel like that could have gotten into an article about a brand.
No, you gotta add the pseudo to it. Makes it those 6 letters longer.
Yeah, in fact, we could just add pseudo. Tim, my next word is pseudo hot dog. Pseudo sausage.
Yeah, there you go. Oh no, that's definitely a thing though. Here, I'm gonna look up pseudo sausage right now, and I can almost guarantee it'll show up with something.
Stephanie just said, "Isn't that what plant-based meat is?" And I'm just like, I mean, yeah, technically, yeah, but you're right.
Yep, pseudo sausage. The very first one, pbs.org.
Oh, is it made out of sushi?
It's pseudo sausage and peppers pork recipe. The second one is a list of linguistical words. Faux pork, fake and bacon, pseudo sausage, mock meat.
Oh, I found a MILF.
Okay.
MILF alert.
I'll give you guys this one, but if you abuse this too much, I'm going to put a 6-syllable limit on all of your entries.
Oh,
MILF alert.
how much does she want?
This is the first one. So.
You guys think 6-syllable sounds fair?
Some guy in a stable who will give you
I mean,
500 rupees.
I think you might need to just put a scientific word ban maybe, or
And plus we'll give you the 500 rupees.
well, we'll try not to abuse it.
Yeah.
Well, let's not add any rules until we
Yeah.
need to.
This is
Okay.
episode 2, which is why we are still purposefully abusing as many things as we can.
Wait, you didn't do the one
Yeah.
in,
Okay, so I'll give you guys that one.
Cocktail?
Are we gonna win this week?
You might. You're ahead by 1 point.
Yeah,
Oh, why didn't you do counting?
because I don't remember its name.
It's
Your weird word is
Lindsay?
phylogeny.
Phylogeny?
Phylogeny, the love of women.
Vasectomy.
Is that your final answer?
Yes. Yes, it is. It is our final answer.
I'm so mad that for some reason, like, that word just, like, my brain was just like, yep, that's the word.
Phylogeny vasectomy.
I think it just sounded like the word vasectomy, so I said it.
What better way to love women than to get a vasectomy?
Then maybe your balls ripped clean off.
Balls? Who needs them? Spoilers. You do need them. They produce things for your body that are actually useful. Not just the semens.
Yeah, it makes your voice deep.
Not just that. But also that.
Also, where are you gonna keep your pee?
That hurts.
Oh boy.
You're right, John.
Oh boy.
I think I've done actual damage to you this stream somehow.
Whew.
You guys won this one, but just barely. I've got phylogynist and I've got phylogynous, but not phylogeny.
Interesting.
Vasectomies win again. Vasectomy's always a winner.
no.
All right, well, on that note, your new word is enlarge.
RNG loves us.
Well, real quick, since we're speaking of enlarge.
High flyer.
What an animation. Horrible of them to have made this.
Is that hyphenated?
Yes.
MILF time.
Oh, it's a great fairy?
Yeah. It's weird because
Yeah.
you give her the money to open up and then she like nuts kind of, and then she pops out. It's really weird.
Is there a Mr. Man there?
Yeah. He's eating his toy.
There you go.
This is great because it's one of his favorite toys. I'm guessing because like we'll like play with him for a bit and then he'll just like stand up, grab it in his mouth, and like walk off with it.
Lute had a toy that she absolutely loved, and then it was gone. I love this toy, and then she grew in her teeth, and then the toy was no more.
All right, I've got here a page about a racehorse called High Flyer that says click on thumbnails to enlarge.
I don't think that
No.
because
No.
then any word would work because every picture could be enlarged.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, Tim, no enlarging today.
It's like if you gave us the word link. I mean,
Tim,
every
like, your word today is HTTP.
yeah.
Alright, how about
Every
this? How about this? I'll let you guys request a regen twice for any individual word, but you have to accept the page results that come up for it.
So like we can reuse a word.
Well, no, you can request that I get a new word instead of enlarge, for example.
Ah, okay. Can we decide what the word is?
No. And you have to take the third one no matter what.
That's fair.
Okay. Well, region.
All right. War.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Keep it or new word?
I feel like that is a very commonly used word in every article.
You just got the Bazonga conversation.
Oh, nice. Stephanie got bazongas, apparently. Oh, I have to give her
Remember, if you want a new one, whatever it is, you have to take it.
Yeah, let's say new word, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Your final word is resource.
Bazonga.
Resource bazonga.
Is bazonga a word?
Yes. It's especially weird when you make it single and not plural.
Bazongos?
A singular Bazonga?
One bazonga. I would like one bazonga, please.
A lot of these decided I said bazinga instead.
Yes! Excellent.
The bazongas win again.
But I do have definitions.net, which gives you the definition of bazonga in the most comprehensive dictionary definitions resource on the web.
Please read that.
Large female breast.
I think that's pretty limiting. I think men can have bazongas.
Yeah.
One can get
Sexist.
I think there are plenty of himbos whose chests could be described as bazongas.
Tim, I don't accept this answer because it doesn't ally itself with my personal beliefs, so
Well, that's good for you because you still get an attempt. What's your word, John?
Wait, what was the word that Tim had?
Resource.
Oh, I don't think that connects though, because the website just. I mean, like that means any word John can put in will also give you that website with a definition.
Only if it's on the first page. And this is the third word you've attempted so far.
nope. I had an idea, but then I thought about what it would.
What about anti-disestablishmentarianism?
Monocopsis. As in the subtle but persistent feeling of being out of place.
Oh, anxiety.
Monachopsis.
Correct. Monachopsis. Didn't you already do this thing?
Oh, there's multiple tests of strength. Pillar, please! Okay.
So far, so good. Time to roll out my babka.
Ow.
Stop it. No ow. You're not allowed to ow.
Literally, he hit me from full health and killed me and made a fairy immediately bring me back.
This sounds like some torture techniques I'm familiar with. Kill, resuscitate, kill, resuscitate.
Oh yes, the necromancer's torture.
Okay, I have here an article from Penn State discussing the feelings of non-white freshman students trying to assimilate into the on-campus culture.
Fair enough.
I'll accept it, but I don't like it.
We can talk about vasectomies again if that helps.
Holding that out for later in life.
Right here.
All right, your next word is it's either Bavian or Bavian. I'm not sure which.
If you can't
Insignificant
pronounce it,
or
then-
unskilled poet.
If you can't pronounce it, then it's not allowed, remember?
Yeah, we have to pronounce our words.
It's pronounced Bavian.
Yeah, I knew that wouldn't last long. Don't you love when you have a measuring cup full of flour on the side of your thing, and then you just knock it onto the floor?
It's the best.
Then you would like what just happened here. So what does it mean again?
It means an insignificant or unskilled poet.
Okay. So not poemed for your scrog. Man, I feel like any usual words are gonna get
What do you mean by usual words?
because it's gonna show up with poetry, and then it's gonna be like, oh right, if you use any standard adjectives or adverbs or something, it's gonna, you know, poets, they use words.
Well, do we know of any words we used last week that would not ever be in poetry?
You're right.
You want to pull out the trump card?
Because this is the weird word, right?
Yep, this
Yeah.
is your weird word.
So this is, we get one chance. Dom, go ahead.
Fine.
Say it.
We're gonna say smug.
All right.
I'm sorry,
At
what
the
was that?
request of the stream, we are googling Bavian smegma.
Did I ever tell you that I watched someone play Pokemon and they caught a coughing and named it Smogma?
Oh.
It was very good.
That's better than
Okay,
the
well,
other.
this is a self-score. Google decided I meant Bavarian.
Okay.
Not a single one of these words uses Bavian, so you guys win by default.
Yes.
Yay.
Hate that we used the trump card for that one.
Yeah. Bavarian smegma.
You would not believe how many of these are niche porn sites.
Wait, what's a
I
Bavarian cream
would
then?
absolutely believe how many of those are niche porn
Wait,
sites.
hold on, Tim, you said the words
Really?
Bavarian?
Because the answer is 2.
Wow. What are the rest of them?
Listen, one time we went to GabeNewellSimulator.com and that was a website.
Anyway,
Wait, okay, hold on.
you guys won
the
with
word,
that. I hope you feel proud. Your
Hold on,
new word
hold on.
is stir.
The word was Bavarian, right?
Bavian.
Okay, I was like, what about Bavarian cream? Does that mean a cream that isn't a good poet? What? You said stir?
Stir.
Fry.
Yes.
No. I like how what this game is this is the opposite of word association.
Yeah.
Yep, it really is. Okay, so first question, do you want to keep stir or do you want to get a new one?
Hmm. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I was looking at a list of emotions, and you can stir emotions, so turning off that.
Yeah. Yeah, I really thought there would be something on this giant plateau.
There is a single tree.
Bavian.
Can't reuse words.
We didn't use that word, Tim.
No, but it has been used in this stream.
Bonza. It's an
Bonza.
correct. It is an informal Australian/New Zealand word used to mean excellent or first rate. Bonza, bonza.
I'm gonna make it easy on you, Tim.
What
and
have
if
you
that
guys
doesn't
done to
work,
Google?
just-
The first Google prediction is stir bonza smegma.
I love that. I simultaneously love and loathe that.
Bonza Aussie burgers recipe. Heat oil in pan, add onions, stir until wilted.
Damn.
I'm gonna make this easy on you, Tim, and just add an I to that word John said and make it bonsai.
Stir bonsai.
It's gonna be stir fry at some
Assuredly.
Yeah. Ugh.
Now, do you mean bonsai or bonsai?
Ooh, he means the tree.
Yeah.
He means the tree, don't you? Right?
Yes. What's the other one?
The other one is...
It is an ejaculation of excitement.
Yeah, basically.
Bonsai!
Oh. I think you should use a different word than ejaculation.
Synonyms include Geronimo and allons-y.
And stir it up.
Now I need a half cup of oil.
Citrus bonsai tree, perfect in stir-fry, beverages, or as a snack.
Okay.
All right, your weird word is proclysis.
What does that mean, Tim?
It means the pronunciation of a word dependent on the following word.
Can you give us an example? No, I'm just trying to be a pain.
I
But
just
it's
like
working.
to know linguistic stuff. John, how do you feel about the word bioluminescent?
It's pretty good.
Unionized plumbers versus unionized hydrogen.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, but what if you're trying to
So-
talk about unionized plumbers?
Or unionized.
Hydrogen. But I don't think that's how a word is pronounced based on the following word. I think these are two different words that are spelled the same.
No, that is two different words that are spelled the same.
So you didn't actually give us an example.
No, I didn't.
Try again.
Yes, unless you give us an example, you can't use the word, we've decided.
Okay, let me just keep using this random word generator until I find a more common word that I can pronounce. Would you prefer that?
No. But still give us an example though, because we are still curious. Like, we're giving you hell about it, but also we want to know. We want to learn.
That's alright.
Huh.
How many shock arrows do you have?
Not many.
We need at least 2.
I'm good. I just wanted to mark it for later.
Okay, it looks like it's mostly used to describe words in other languages, such as French, Brazilian, Portuguese, and Greek. So I could give you examples in those languages, but
for
I
it,
could
Tim.
also just spout random examples, and you guys would have no idea of what I'm talking about.
So,
He's right.
was there a comma there between Brazilian and Portuguese? Or was it just Brazilian Portuguese?
Brazilian Portuguese, as in the Brazilian dialect of Portuguese.
Okay, thank you. I was about to get really annoyed. Yes, Spanish and Mexican.
English and American.
Oh, and Canadian.
And Australian.
Uh-huh. And
And
Kiwi.
Kiwi.
Jinx.
Jinx, you owe me a word to search.
Alright. Can you say it one more time?
Proclysis.
Proclysis. Symptoms.
Symptoms of proclysis.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that there's a disease that is sufficiently close.
Ooh, clever, and I hope it pays off.
I think if it works, it might be a new Trump word for these stupid words.
For these words with fiends.
We are the Fiends.
Oh, I have enough to make the thing.
What's the thing?
Delicious.
Damn. I didn't see what it was.
It is.
Creamy heart soup.
Yep, it is the combination of a watermelon, a dragon fruit, a radish, and milk.
Mmm. A milkshake that they're calling a soup.
Not even a good milkshake though.
No. I like radishes, but
But like you would eat radishes in a better way.
yeah.
You wouldn't be like, God, I could really go for some radishes that have been mushed up and put to some fucking milk.
I don't even know how I would mush up radishes.
I think you just blend it. Creamy heart soup, like the ingredients of creamy heart soup could make it onto the Willet sausage.
Okay, so this is an entire abstract, but the short version is that proclysis, where there should not be proclysis in languages where it's appropriate, can be an early indicator of autism in children.
Tim, do I get a word too, or is this a weird word?
This is a weird word.
Ah, darn.
That's unfortunate.
So what's the next normal word?
We're back to being tied. Your next normal word is twist.
And shout.
You know, I'm just gonna go for my gut anyways. I'm gonna say mesothelioma.
I'm about to be doing some twisting of my own.
Babka?
Yep. And if it doesn't work well, you might hear some shouting too.
Oh, I'm almost dead.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Good. I'm not actually watching the stream at this point, so you could just say whatever you want and I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Expression of snail, twist, and Zeb1 in malignant mesothelioma.
Snail twist?
Snail, twist, and Zeb1 are various types of antibodies that can be displayed in cases of mesothelioma.
Okay. John, say diabetes.
I'm not gonna say diabetes. I don't want anything to do with diabetes. Diabetes is gonna have enough to do with me as it is.
It's because your bones aren't strong enough.
Well, I mean, I can't
You want me to
really
fix that, John?
eat milk, so...
You can't eat milk?
Nope.
Put it in a soft serve.
Well...
Just get yourself a glass of milk.
Damn. Yeah, that's pretty enough. Also, I don't give a shit.
That's why your bones are weak.
The word is twist.
The word is twist.
Twimst.
Oof. Like, I had 30 words just come into my head, and none of them are good.
Are they all synonyms for shout?
No.
Put nipple. Just
Yes,
for
twist
search
nipple.
history.
No one has ever thought of that before.
I just want to see Tim's search history afterwards.
You're not going to, because this is incognito. Dom, I don't like how close you were to that thing's loins.
Well, fucking don't look, Tim.
Akadaka.
Spelled?
You mean
ACCA, DACCA.
You mean the sound that Warhammer 40k orcs make when they shoot their guns?
No, it's how Aussies refer to ACDC.
Are you just only gonna be using Australian words? So my next one is gonna be slip slop slap. Which I guess was apparently an ad campaign about putting on sunscreen.
I still can't get over the fact that Texas has the best anti-littering ad campaign of all time.
Do they?
It's so Texas. It's just don't mess with Texas.
Wait, that was about littering?
Yeah.
But that's not a very good campaign if no one knows what it's about.
I mean, it's been like 20 or 30 years since it came out.
It's like Coney 2012. No one knew what that was except like everyone's like, I guess, are we voting for him?
But nobody knew what it was when it was like nobody ever knew what that was.
Yeah, that's true.
That was never anything.
Alright, I have here a design logo designed by Gerard Huerta with a True One Talk twist.
True One Talk?
I think that's a username.
Okay, but where's the Akadaka come in?
Yeah.
It's the AC/DC logo.
How did you spell the word, John?
ACCA-DACCA.
Yeah, see, that's not the same thing. The logo doesn't say that.
I'll let it
Wow.
count.
That's in my word's gonna be slip, slop, slap.
I think it has to be one word.
It has to be one word, and your weird word is claudication.
Alright, what's it mean?
Limpness or cramp-like pain.
Okay, use it as...
What's the country of origin, idiot? It's like...
I like how this is changed from being like, oh, let's ruin Tim's search history to just be, let's just bully Tim.
Yeah. Good segment, Tim. Why don't you fuck off? Like, why are we like this?
Your insistence on using these words in a sentence is giving my brain a claudication.
Was that example correct this time, Tim?
You tell me.
No, it isn't giving you a claudication.
Technically, it's technically correct, which is, as we all know, the best
way
kind.
to be correct. Oh, nice, he dropped a toenail.
Was it a giant?
Yeah. Hell yeah, I got his lung?
Yeah.
I think that's a kidney.
Weird trophy either way. I'm gonna say my word is fart because I want to know if there are results for both of those.
Alright, John, do you agree with fart?
What's,
is this a fancy word? Never mind, I'm sorry.
Claudication?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I did the last one, so you can screw this one up.
Yes.
What's the score at?
House is leading 6-5.
Okay.
That wasn't fair.
Nothing in life ever is. Ever.
I'm gonna say... Electrocute. Sure.
Is electrocute your final answer?
I'm very tired, Tim.
I can see that it'll be found, but it's okay. We can live with it.
Yeah. We're beating Tim's in our hearts.
Actually, you win this one. These are all results for electrocution.
Haha!
Nice.
Nice. Winning on a technicality. The only way I win.
I want to find the name of a superhero that's like Electrocutio. Or like just something where it's one letter off from the Alright, so it sounds like we end on a tie.
Nope. One more round, because we started with the weird word, right?
No?
No, we started with a normal word.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, it would be a tie.
Should we not do a tiebreaker round?
Up to you. Depends on whether you want to try the word minister.
Sister.
I add. Just AD, like an advertisement.
Oh! John!
I'm doing him dirty. It was the first thing I thought of, and it's perfect.
The 1933 Cratian attack ad. Is this the Prime Minister? Used during the 1993 Canadian federal election campaign by the Progressive Conservative Party.
Damn.
That was
Please tell me that was at least like a bunch down.
Oh, there were. Sorry, that was the third result. Second result. But most of the rest of these are administer.
Okay.
Oh man, I didn't even think about administer. That's like a double way that you like almost.
Well, that's what I was going for.
I thought you were going for ads on Google.
Oh, no, that's also a good.
Yeah, like that was a double. Like, I can't believe that didn't work.
Nah, I was hoping for administer to be the. But I guess it's fucking British people or whatever. I'm assuming that was British.
Canadian.
Canadian. Well, yeah, same thing.
This is a picture of food I would destroy.
What is it? The gourmet meat and rice bowl?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I made some bibimbap the other day, and it was fan-fucking-tastic.
What is bibimbap made of?
Bibimbap means mixed rice bowl.
Oh.
Basically. So typically it's the things that you have to have for it to really be it and not just
you
any
need
other
rice and a bowl.
No, you need rice, you need bean sprouts, carrot, cucumber, zucchini,
a bowl.
red bell pepper, and of course a bowl. But it's almost always got like a fried egg on top, and we put shrimp in ours, and I had a really big steak that I was gonna cook the next day, so I just cut off like a portion of it and cut it really thin and made bulgogi beef to go on it.
Mm.
Nice.
That was bulgogi beef is good on anything.
Steph and I were making barbecue pork recently, and I was like, what if we just did that but with bulgogi instead of barbecue sauce?
Oh man.
It was a good decision.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Ah!
So Dom, the tiebreaker is yours. Minister what?
If you wanted to throw the match, but put him on a list, you could just say pedophilia. Because you know it's going to show up. But also then he'd be on a list.
Yeah, my word is hyphenated. How do you make a bomb?
No.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Thermite. Just like, no.
I'll take it if you want to do it.
Nah.
nah. I don't even think Thermite would put you on a list.
Got it. Prey. Prey.
Well, see, you're still going to get what I was referencing at the beginning.
What?
The prey of ministers.
The what?
It's another pedophilia
Ministers
reference.
prey upon their congregation, for
Oh.
example.
Yes.
Darn, I was... Okay, never mind. Hold on.
I haven't hit enter yet, but I will soon.
Man, that was gonna
On
be
what?
a really
He hasn't
good
given you one. It was. I feel like you could go with some form of like congregate, and then it would like autocorrect to congregation or
Tim,
no.
hold on. Tim, we are allowed to say like proper nouns, right?
Yes.
For celebrities or other well-known people, yes.
Okay, I say this website's pretty popular.
Yeah, you know, congregate with a K. John and I came up like thought of it at the exact same time.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Yes.
It has to work.
Play Prime Minister UK, a free online game on Congregate.
Damn it. Hey, Mr. Man.
I'm still happy with that though.
Yeah, no, that would have been awesome.
That would have been good if it hadn't been bad.
Tim, just for me, can you put in pray with an E and see if you get anything?
Yeah.
I'm mostly curious, like, I'm mostly expecting Google to, like, auto-correct it to Pray.
Yeah.
Nope. First result, Let Me Prey Upon You, Breaking Free from a Minister's Sexual Abuse, a book on Amazon.
Yep. See, that's what I was
Yeah.
worried about.
See, that's what I should have done. Great.
Also, there's Edmond Lefebvre Dufray, who was the Minister of Agriculture in France in 1909.
Hello, sir. What you doing on
And
my lap?
we care about this Frenchman. Why?
Because his name is Dupray.
That doesn't count.
You said proper names count.
Yes, but his name isn't Prey. It's
P-R-E-Y. D-U space P-R-E-Y.
Hey, buddy, do you want some meth? Just a little bit of meth? That's what I take. You can't have
What?
my meth. What? I microdosed
What?
meth. The doctor told me to. Do you not know how ADHD drugs work?
No, I do. It's just a weird thing to hear over the internet.
What, that I microdose meth?
No, just the hey, buddy, do you want
yeah,
some
no, my
meth?
cat was trying to get my meth.
Hey, buddy, you want some drugs?
You want some drugs?
We got some drugs here.
Alright, John, what would be a horrible thing to put with bananas?
Honestly, most things.
Truffles?
Truffles?
Yeah.
You fucking monster.
All right.
Marshmallow Peeps.
Oh, I hate
Thanks,
this.
Oxygen.
I hate
It's okay. I
this.
made a hot fruit and mushroom mix. It's fine.
Which is disgusting.
What about milk and fish?
I mean, that's at least
Look at Link looking so proud of himself as they're cooking.
conceivably
It
possibly
just made a
good.
fish skewer for some reason, and that's it. How do I make the milk stew?
Help our child. He doesn't know how to get down.
I don't remember where to get flour in this game.
Wheat.
Oh yeah, I don't have any wheat. I have rice.
See, I would play this game just not giving a shit about any of the enemies or anything.
And
Just
to-
entirely just going around cooking things.
Oh yeah, that's basically. Oh, I can't carry more meals. That's basically already how I play.
So apparently, if you poach fish in milk, it makes a fantastic gravy.
If you do what?
If you poach fish in milk with, herbs and garlic and whatever else you want to put in there, you can make a fantastic gravy with the milk after you take the fish out.
I bet that's true.
Okay. Don't eat that. It's got
What's he eating? You don't want to eat cardboard, buddy. Or meth.
No, that's not true. My cat eats cardboard all the time.
John, what can I make with butter?
I mean, just deep fry it.
Croissants.
Deep fried butter?
Yeah.
Yep.
He doesn't have wheat, so can't do croissants.
What if I do butter and a shrimp mushroom?
Then you have sautéed mushrooms.
Yeah. Which is tasty.
Actually, I get a mushroom skewer. Fuck you.
What if you do that, but you also put bananas in it?
So butter, bananas, and mushroom.
Then you get God to smite you.
Fruit and mushroom mix.
So it just ignores
I
the
think,
butter, I guess.
Yeah, because otherwise it would be too easy to make fucked up food that doesn't do anything for you.
Gotcha. I mean, it seems very difficult to make fucked up food in the game.
Yeah.
No, it seems pretty easy to make fucked up food in the game.
It turns out it's also very easy to make fucked up food in real life.
It's true.
I will do it.
You will do what? Make fucked up food in real
Yeah.
life? Ugh.
I'm gonna make a banana cream sauce.
I hope you know that I am not keeping track of all of the awful ideas y'all have.
Tim, how do you feel about banana stew?
Banana stew.
How would it be made?
I don't do a lot of cooking with bananas, so
The banana juice.
I don't like this stream.
Let's see. If you were to use the banana juice as the broth for the stew.
But how do you get with the banana juice?
How do you get the banana juice?
You just crush bananas
Well, then you get
and then
mashed
strain
bananas.
them really fine.
But no juices come out.
I have another great idea. You know, you've heard of mashed potatoes?
I'm pretty sure if you put banana in a cheesecloth and squeeze it, juice is gonna come out.
Okay, so you know about mashed potatoes, right? But John has
Yeah.
created this new thing with his words called mashed bananas. Which also would require gravy or butter. So you boil the bananas first to make them easier to mash.
You would get more banana juices out of that.
Is there anything? Is twice baked bananas anything?
No, it's not.
But
It
you
is
would
not
just do it the
anything.
same as potatoes. You bake it and then you pull the
You hollow out
Yeah.
most of the banana, but not all of it.
yeah. And
You
then
don't just leave the peel, you leave a little thin line of gross cooked banana.
Uh-huh. And then you like mush it up and then you put it back in and then bake it a second time.
With mushrooms and onions. Some chives. You know what? If you remember, I will make that for you.
I would say avoid the mushrooms, but aside from that, yeah.
Okay. I can leave the mushrooms out. I'll leave the mushrooms out, but I'll put everything else in that I would for twice baked potatoes.
Yeah, I just want to see this old fuck. This is just for me later. Just to accidentally find this picture in my phone while I'm trying to look through stuff.
So we good to go?
What if we did rhyming recipes like twice baked tomatoes?
Okay, I could see that being possible too.
I don't think so. I don't think that could be possible.
No, I think I could do that.
Okay, what about fried green potatoes?
You're just gonna get little
You're
potato.
just getting waffle fries.
I mean, without the waffling, but yeah. Yeah, no, fried green potatoes isn't.
Fried green potatoes.
Fried green potatoes. What are some other similarly sounding foods?
I'm pretty sure those are the only two.
Probably.
Cheese and brie.
They don't really sound that similar.
Also, one of them is cheese.
Yeah, and the other is also cheese. Just to be clear.
Yeah. All
Why
right.
is there the Star Wars Rebel Alliance symbol there?
Oh, because this game takes place in Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like all games.
Yeah. Yes.
All games take place in the Star Wars universe.
So by the transitive property, in all games where you can jump, you are in Star Wars. But if it is
Correct.
if you cannot jump, it is not a game and therefore not in Star Wars. I'm gonna bed.
Alright.
My brain hurts.
Thanks everyone for coming. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Whoops, I accidentally left the channel instead of stopping stream.